So this is comparisons, adjectives, and quantity. Expressions of quantity. So there are multiple expressions of quantity. There's trop de, which is too much. So in this example, they're saying, oh, j'ai mangé trop de chocolat. Moins de, which is less or fewer. Monique a moins de vêtements que Julie. Plusieurs, which is several. J'ai plusieurs paires de chaussures. Quelques, which is some. Il a acheté quelques fruits au marché. And then there's also certain, which is some or certain. Elle aime certains légumes. So there are multiple ones. As you can see, some of them have a de following after them, but there are some that don't need to have de. Comparative versus superlative adjectives. An adjective can be augmented to 2 degrees of comparison. The comparative, which is like faster, and the superlative, which is fastest. Many English words follow this pattern of adding er and est endings to make their comparatives and superlatives, like for this example, ugly, uglier, ugliest, or short, shorter, shortest, but not all of them. For the words that do not, we must use more and most, as in beautiful, more beautiful, and most beautiful. Most French adjectives function in the second manner. So the sentence structure for this would be more/most plus the adjective, by adding plus or le plus. So for example, if we were to say intelligent goes to more intelligent to most intelligent, we would state intelligent to plus intelligent to le plus intelligent. If we went prettier to prettiest, it'd be joli, plus joli to le plus joli. Specifically about the comparative. To form a comparative sentence, follow this structure, plus adjective plus que. Remember that the adjective must agree with the subject of the sentence. For example, Anthony is braver than Mark and Mary is kinder than Sophie. Antoine est plus courageux que Marc et Mary est plus gentille que Sophie. Isabelle is less curious than Jean. Isabelle est moins curieuse que Jean. Jean is taller than Pierre, so Jean est plus grand que Pierre. Irregular adjectives. It is very important to memorize the adjectives that do not follow this pattern. Like good to better to best would be bon to meilleur to le meilleur. Bad to worst would be mauvais, pire to le pire. Like their English counterparts, these words already have comparative and superlative forms of their own, so there's no need to add plus or le plus for the same reason that more better or most worst are incorrect. In these cases, you just need to add que after the adjective, just like we would use than in English. So if we were to use the example, chocolate is better than vanilla, we would say le chocolat est meilleur que la vanille. Superlatives. By its very nature, the superlative does not require anything to follow it, since it is an absolute. So you can therefore simply end a sentence with it. So like this example would say, Marc is the smartest, and you would say, Marc est le plus intelligent. So for practice, discuss the differences between superlative and comparative adjectives with your secondary partner for 3 minutes. Then write a sentence either using the expression of quantity or superlative/comparative adjectives.